Thank you for coming. So as is typical in opera tradition, there's often a pre-talk that you can go to before you go to a show. So this is our pre-talk. Often people will, before they go see an opera, they'll read up on the storyline. I wanted you to know the storyline of what we've done here at Gilpin Elementary School. This is a program called Music Words Opera that we are doing. And it's in partnership with the education program of Vancouver Opera. And they have this program from Opera America, and this is a picture of one of the pages in the binder of the curriculum that you can teach the kids with. So the first part is called Listen and Discover, and you teach kids about other operas that exist. So I started doing that last year. We studied the Magic Flute, and then this year we studied the Barber of Seville quite a bit. Then the second part you do is called Create and Discover. And we started Create and Discover, we really got into it in December of this year. So the next frame here is a picture of West Vancouver's Irwin Park School, and they are doing Momotaro, and it's an opera that they have written the words and the music and produced it themselves. The words to an opera is called libretto, which is Italian for little book, and it's literally the words from beginning to end. The next picture here, we have a book with our class. It's called The Recess Queen, and last June we picked as a staff the book that we're going to base our opera on. It's a social responsibility book. It's based on anti-bullying. It actually goes with a lot of the Baird School District goals, which is reading, writing, and social responsibility. And so every class in the school was given one of these books. We read the book the first week of school, and we started art projects right away. And so here we have Mean Jean, and she is our main character in our opera. And you can see what kind of person she is. It's not very complicated. Here's our heroine, and this is Katie Sue. So we have a couple other depictions of Katie Sue. These students have gotten to know these characters inside and out. We've talked about how they feel in a certain situation, where to happen. They've identified with these characters in so many levels. Okay, this is in December. This was our libretto writing day, and we took the whole school came. We had two facilitators, Roxy Giles and Andrew Say, and they are retired teachers from Irwin Park Elementary in West Vancouver. And they have done many of these Music Words operas at their school. And so Vancouver Opera, part of their program for us is that they provide us with 10 hours of visiting artists. So I use these two ladies for 5 of our hours. And they came and helped to facilitate that. We also had many parents come and teachers, and we had students from Burnaby Central who came, who were grade 11 and 12, and we divided every class into small groups of 3 or 4 groups, and then every class was given a portion of the book, and they had to rewrite the story in their own words. They had to put it in rhyming couplets, which wasn't always easy. There's Quinn, I was saying last night. I just love that picture. She's just thinking really hard. This is tough stuff here. So here's some more pictures of that day. And it was fantastic. Here's an example of some of the writing. This is Division 2. There once was a girl named Sue, a girl you might scare with a boob. She stood up to Jean, now she's not mean, and there is no recess queen. On the next page, there's this one. Well, I'm under the sun and I'm happy as can be. I'm under the sun, happy, happy and free. And I never could be happier, never more free, because I'm under the sun, happy, happy and free. I thought that was kind of cute. Scary Jean, she's a bully. Evil Jean, she's just mean. Nasty Jean, she's so stubborn. Take your turn and let us be. Next page was by Division 5, and the whole class with this one. They decided on the mood. They decided it was light, somewhat suspenseful. Words describing Katie Sue were cute, happy, nice, brave, small, adorable, energetic, tiny, small, sassy. She says, I am brave, I am fun, I am cool, and I like sun. Bouncy, skippity, hoppity. And the kids want it, and this is when she's coming in front of me and Jean. So the kids are asking, is she gonna get it? Is she gonna get it? Teeny tiny, boo. I like to play, I like to play. I am the best in every way. I like ice cream, I like Jeanie, play with me. Is she gonna get it? Is she gonna get it? Teeny tiny, boo. Katie Sue, what you gonna do? You're too new. Let's look at the next screen. I don't have to read them all, but it was just a really great day. Mood here was angry, scared, tense, challenged, furious, mad, tight, speechless. Kids want to know, is the new kid going to win? And I think that's often a feeling that kids are feeling on the playground. I think that there was just so much real feeling that went into this. I couldn't have reproduced the feelings better myself. It was quite remarkable. The next page, Katie Sue. Yippee-ki-yay, let's go play, zingity, zing, zing, zing. Me and Jean says, who's that new kid, Katie Sue? I can scare her with a move. I can crunch you. I can scrunch you. I can smush you. I can lullapaloosh you. That word lullapaloosh is in the book. Division 7, next screen is, and these kids are grade 1, 2. She is mad. She is bad. She's a mean queen. Pushy, really pushy. Angry, really angry. She's selfish, really selfish. She's a real bully. So those were some samples. We had so much material, and I was constantly typing more and more stuff into the computer. Every time there was something new, I typed it in. And so we just got this huge amount of libretto that the kids had written. So then we started to edit a little bit. Before we edited, there was still a little bit more gathering. So after Christmas in January, I would give the kids these papers, these little tiny pieces of paper, and they go into partners, and I'd say, okay, I need a few more lines for this part of the book. If I said this to you, or if me, Jean, said this to you, what would you say back? Or, what's your reaction to this? So we got more and more lines from that. And then they would take their little piece of paper and they go to the xylophones, and they would put their little line, even if they just had one little line that they said, they put it to music. They'd pick out some notes, and they'd have to, because the xylophones actually have the note names on it, they would just pick the notes that they've got, and they'd write the note names underneath. And so this is what we've got here from a lot of the kids. I would then go to the computer and type in all the note names underneath these words that they have of the xylophone, I think, coming up. We also worked on the finale music program. I showed them that, and some kids started to play with that at home, and they got some of the musical ideas from that as well. Our next step was, we still had 5 hours left from Vancouver Opera, so we hired Vancouver Opera composer Shelley Burley, and I did most of the work with her, in fact all of it, over phone and email. I would email her the whole libretto document, all of what we had, and I had sort of compiled what I thought was some of the best work and put it in order. And then she took it and she took some of the best ones some more and tried to incorporate the melody lines that the kids had picked and made it all fit together. That's really where the magic came. I mean, it was quite amazing what she was able to put together with all that. Then we had auditions, and they all had the opportunity to audition. And I should say the intermediate kids had the opportunity. We have a few grade 3s in there, but it's mostly grade 4 and up. And we have a small chorus and a large chorus. The small chorus kids that you'll see tonight will be on top of the stage here, and the large chorus ones will be on the risers. Anyone who auditioned got into the small chorus. I figured if you're brave enough to come to me and sing all by yourself, that means you really want to do this. And I needed to weed out the kids who weren't gonna, who just really wanted to do this, who were brave enough to do that. Because if they were brave enough to do that for me, then they'd be brave enough to do that on stage. And I needed to know who could do that. So I didn't turn anyone away. I gave them all a score out of 10. And actually, in 5 different areas, a score out of 10. It was diction and pitch and volume and vocal quality and total stage presence. And our 2 leads had the highest scores, actually. They're both in grade 7. Here's me and Jean. And then the next few pages are just some of our rehearsals with us going through the music. So it's been a wonderful process for the kids. They've been able to act out their feelings, and they've been able to feel like they've all participated in the writing of this project. It's just been amazing to see how excited they've become, and then if your kids are singing it all day long, I apologize. I know I've been singing it longer. That's all I have to say. Anyway, I hope you enjoy our presentation, and I think that's all I've got to say about that. Thank you.